my mom came with a piece of paper with 3 choices: engineer, doctor, or loser. I said, loser is not even a choice. He said, I know, you are so smart. Which one will it be, engineer or doctor? I said, engineer, with not so happy face. And I stopped everything, all writing, everything stopped. And in class 10, I got 20th rank for the state. Class 12, I got 2nd rank for the state. There was an engineering entrance exam called CET, Common Entrance Test. I got 6th for the state. And engineering, I got 4th for the university. And then I closed my books because never my real passion was creativity.
I do a few more things, but 3 of them are important, I guess. I'm an entrepreneur. I help people build companies. I'm involved in about 5 companies, either as an operating executive or as a board member or as an advisor or in some combination as an investor. And then I write books. I have written since I was 13. My first book was published when I was 13 years old. 5 other books were published before I was 16, and then my last book was published in 2005, and the next book is coming out in a few weeks.
See, what happened, by the time I was 5, I started reading books because my mom used to read books. All the drama, family drama kind of thing. But it was so thick. So I said once I started reading it, I could not understand half of it. But I enjoyed the reading, writing and everything. Anything that is a fantasy, any kind of thing that will stroke my imagination, I would read it. And then with my classmates, right, I would discuss the book and then I would say that, one thing they could have done better was that they could have made him the suspect or the killer, or they could have brought this twist to the story. One of them said, hey, if you have that opinionated, why don't you write your own book, And then I would start writing. I wrote about 200-page book in about 8 months. And then the madness began. I thought, how many kids will write a book at 10? Not many. So if I knock on the door of a publisher, they'll put a red carpet welcome and welcome me. Nothing like that happened. My parents didn't know what was happening until finally the book was there in my dad's hands. And I was awarded as the youngest writer of Karnataka State. So I'm in portrait mode. I'm proud to be in portrait mode. I've been diagnosed with Parkinson since 2014. And then right now I had 2 brain surgeries. So it means there's a battery here that is shocking the brain every now and then, which means you cannot shock me, I shock myself. It was not a mega surprise for me that I had Parkinson's because the diagnosis went on for 1.5 years. They were telling that because I don't smoke, I don't drink. I don't have any bad habits. My diet is very clean. If everything is good, why did it happen? Why me? And I have an imaginary conversation with God. And I say that, God, make me special, make me 1 in a million. The God says, okay, you got Parkinson's. And then I said, no, that's not what I meant. And God says, no, make the most out of it. And I said, what are things that people with Parkinson's can do that others can't? And I started writing things. They become slow. What are slow people do better than people who are not so slow? They have more time to observe. They say stop to smell the roses. Stopping is already a done deal. Smell the roses is a choice, isn't it? You're stopping, you don't have any motivation. The body stops by itself. So basically when they see more, when they slow down, they see more. And they see more clearly because they have time to see more clearly. And see more with higher fidelity. And there's beauty in nature. It's because it's all rushed up in the world, we don't enjoy it and we look for reaching a destination. When we say that journey is more important than the destination, we are so rushed. People don't remember the journey at all. For me, now it's a gift because I cannot be rushed because I'll fall down. I'm forced to slow down. And rather than using it as a complaint, I think, how can this be a celebration for me? I know how important it is to be grateful for every day and every conversation. And I want to teach people that without them having to go through something that I am going through. Because a good teacher should make the concept available to someone without them having to pay the price the teacher has paid. Isn't it?